and welcome back to episode 252 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, CT Ski, in the building. What's happening?
What it do?
That
What it do,
shit, that
man? Week
shit.
one. What a week.
It was
Week one.
definitely an interesting week of football. Malk smoked the pick'ems. He didn't get one wrong. He didn't get no spreads, but he didn't get one wrong. And
Man, I mean,
I think I got the only spread, the only one I got right, the
they got
Dolphins
all the picks
3.
right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was the only one I got. And the only two you got was the Bucks and the 49ers.
The Bucks, 49ers. What about the Pats? Yeah.
Yeah, and the Pats. Right. So you had
Yeah.
3. My fault. Yeah, you did have 3.
Damn, I sucked.
Shit. I need to stop picking with my heart and start using my head.
Man.
That's what that is, cause shit. That ain't make sense. I was looking back at them picks like maybe I need to start doing them at the beginning of the show before I get too buzzed up.
It was a different type of feel this year, too. Like, it wasn't a lot of stats. I
Right.
didn't, I was thinking a lot of wide receivers would get off, but I think they went, I've seen a lot of running and like a lot of running backs getting off.
Hell yeah, a lot of over usage.
No tight ends really was really, you know what I'm saying, getting off.
Nah, my rookie only got 58 last week. I thought he would have 75
I think
plus.
my fantasy he had 2 points. Evan Ingram,
For real?
one catch. Yeah, that's why I was like tight ends really wasn't on nothing.
Now the Raiders shouldn't be using that. They had a 13 personnel out last week. They had 3 tight ends on the field at one time. And they
Mm,
had like 5 plays in a row where they went to the tight end. 4 or 5 plays in a row. So they gonna be using a lot of them, but they still, speaking of them motherfuckers, they took a loss to the Chargers 10 to 22. That
man,
shit,
didn't expect that.
I didn't at all. And I mean, to be honest, they did it to themselves. First 3 quarters, they was just fucking up, turning the ball over, missing field goals, everything like that. Had a
I
chance to
like
go up one.
I like Matson for y'all.
Running back from
Yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah. I thought y'all got the different. I thought y'all got Ty Chandler, but y'all I didn't know y'all got him. He's hard.
Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna start though.
So he could compete for that starting spot though.
Oh, he's gonna compete for it, but I don't think he's gonna start.
How many? He probably had. Did he have y'all only touchdown?
I think so.
It was off that little swing route.
Yeah, I think so. Because we only got one.
Yeah.
Man, that game was just awful to
Hopefully
watch.
y'all can keep Devontae because he seemed like he'll cry his way out of town.
I mean, he been doing that though.
Fact. And
I
somebody ain't got that much time left and all this and that.
I completely understand him though if that's what he want to do, but I was saying that last year that your best bet is to get rid of him now while you still got a chance to get something in return for him.
True that.
Get a couple
Mm-hmm.
pieces, get a actual player and a few draft
Some
picks.
draft picks.
Yeah, get a couple pieces and get rid of him. I mean, he's good, but he's not good enough to be on the team to be worried about like keeping him. He's not productive enough.
Especially if he gonna be a bad apple after y'all start losing a couple games, like you
Right.
can't really afford that. He's supposed to be a leader.
Get the slamming helmets and pushing down cameramen and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Why am
don't.
I not getting you want to get the ball? Why am I not getting the ball? Like this and that. Yeah.
I mean, but that is one thing you can't say with Gardner is Gardner's gonna make sure he gets the ball. Gardner
Yeah.
will throw it even if he knows he shouldn't throw it.
I picked up Jacoby on my team. Myers.
Uh
I
huh.
feel like he's always a good X factor receiver.
Yep, he will be for the
He might
the.
take he might take the shine for the night. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Let me go. My quick 150,
I think
two
he will
touchdowns.
be the most productive wide receiver on the team before the end of the
Silent.
season.
Mm-hmm.
He was almost last year. He wasn't off by that many yards. But yeah, I mean, they get it's a they always say don't judge by week one, but
Y'all let Dobbins go off. I got him on
man,
my fantasy. He was projected like 3 points.
10 carries,
Man.
135 yards, and a tutty.
See, that's what nobody even knew what type of Chargers team we was gonna see either though. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? They lost a lot of weapons, you know what I'm saying, new coaching.
Yeah, no, it was bad. They didn't do anything. They gave him that win for real. They gave him that win. I just we got the Ravens next. That's a bad start to be jumping in there with Lamar and them. I mean, Lamar doesn't have me overly concerned though,
Yeah.
just because I was talking to Malk about it. We got Coach Mike coming on. Lamar's the same way we be talking about Jalen Hurts. You deep ball or bust if you're not going to
Deep
use your
ball or bust.
legs. And if you plan on doing that deep ball Zay Flowers shit, then I'm confident in the DBs that we got to work that out. Now, do I think we'll get the dub? No. No, I don't think we'll get the win, but I do think that it's if anything, if I can draw any positivity out of the Raiders start to this season is you'll get some good rep in the beginning of the season. You know, you'll be playing some good teams by the end of week 4. So a lot of teams aren't starting out that strong. At least you got some tough teams out of the way. You know what pace you need to continue at. But right now, that Chargers game that was tough to watch. That was tough to watch. I think I turned it off in the fourth quarter. I was like, fuck this. I know how this goes.
I'm glad we picked it up right where we left off. Raiders suck, Pats suck, Browns suck, Bengals suck.
Man, your Bills gonna suck. Just give them time. But, I mean, to be honest, even if they don't suck, I think I'd much rather have the team that sucks and gets a decent draft pick than the team that is projected to go all the way and never does.
Get the fuck out of here.
I would be more hurt by my team falling short every year.
Now, can we also rewind it to 2 years ago when the Browns picked up Deshaun Watson, and I said that was the worst choice ever? That dude is trash. He's trash. He's not a good quarterback, and I said it 2 years ago. Go look at the tape.
I don't know if he's trash.
He's trash.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know who has had a better record and better stats since he left Cleveland?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Well, yeah.
Baker has done more than Deshaun has.
Well, yeah. I mean that's you're going with that. You're going from a squad to a Super Bowl winning team too. You know
yeah, but Deshaun was supposed to be the difference maker in Cleveland. Are you telling me that with the running backs they have in Cleveland and the defense that they have in the Cleveland that they should not be a Super Bowl contender?
No, I definitely agree there. But
right,
that comes
and it's
down,
Deshaun. He sucks.
No, it doesn't come down to just Deshaun. It's the organization. It's the organization.
Who chose Deshaun? So yes, I agree.
But
regardless, they chose Deshaun Watson. They suck for choosing him and for other decisions, but also for choosing him.
But Deshaun Watson was on pace to almost doubling the rookie quarterback record before he got injured his rookie year. He was tearing.
Okay, and
we can't act like he wasn't tearing shit up in Texas, which is why they were willing to pay him that $240 million contract, even though he wasn't playing the year prior.
And what's he done since his rookie year?
Again,
nothing.
Again, you can try to fit a square in a circle spot all you want, but it's not going to work.
He got a case. That's the only thing he's done since then.
Who's done anything with Cleveland? Name a quarterback that's done anything with Cleveland.
I'm not going to argue
there you
that,
go.
But you also had Cleveland making the playoffs with Baker.
Joe Flacco
making the playoffs and getting to the playoffs.
His second year in the league because people still didn't know how to come at Baker. And that was when they brought in Odell too. That's a fluke. That was a fluke. You got to a first round win off of a 2-year quarterback because people didn't know exactly how to read y'all. But Cleveland is not. Cleveland has never been an organization that you can put a great player on.
Cleveland apologists.
I'm not apologizing for shit. Cleveland ain't no team of mine. I'm just saying that there are certain organizations that are just shit. Cleveland being
Raiders,
one of them, Raiders being one of them, the Jets being one of them. They're just shitty organizations. It doesn't matter who you put on the squad if the organization is going to fuck it up for them. It's a bad deal.
No, agreed.
So I don't know that Deshaun Watson doesn't go to a different team and look like the old Deshaun Watson. But Cleveland isn't a place for anybody like that. What you go to Cleveland for is a payday. You don't go there for a ring. That's why you ain't never seen nobody leave at the peak of their career and be like, I'm going to go drop in on Cleveland. Nah, that'll never happen. Just like you'll never hear nobody say that about New York other than Aaron Rodgers.
Right. I was about to say, other than the most overpaid quarterback in the league right now.
And we see him throwing a tantrum every third down out there.
Right. No disagreement.
Certain organizations are just shit. And that's another reason why I say with my Raiders, you're not going to get anywhere trying to get a, what do you call it? A refurbished quarterback, so to speak. You want to find a quarterback that didn't work out somewhere else and pick them up. That's not how you get an organization like the Raiders to turn around. The only way to turn around a shit organization like that is to get enough young guys on the squad that are on the same page to start changing the culture. But when you have guys that know the organization is shitty, they go into it leery. I don't know what to expect here. That's what we were just talking about with Devontae Adams. Every 4 weeks of the season, he talking about, I don't got much time left. I don't know if this is the best fit for me. Yeah, I get it. You picked the shitty organization. There's a few teams that win that have pretty shitty organizations, but
I think that's a rarity, though.
Yeah. But there are a few of them. Shit, I hate to pick on my guy, but we're in
when he's not here, the Eagles.
I mean, the Eagles are up there where they're teetering on. Are you a shit organization, or can you? Because what we're seeing with the Eagles is, you can buy all the pieces that you want. But if you're not on the same page with the organization, you're not going to get it done. I was just about to say...
Or a coach that knows how to put those together.
Right. I was just about to say CT and the Pats. I mean, CT and the Pats are another one that currently is teetering on the... How good of you are you as an organization, or was it just lightning in the bottle
Belichick
that you caught with Belichick and Brady being on the team at the same time?
Well, and on top of that, it was Belichick acting basically as a GM.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't think Belichick was the general manager behind the scenes, you're out of your fucking mind.
We know he was, because he wanted rid of Brady. He wanted rid of Brady. Remember that was the whole thing where Brady went to Kraft, and next thing we know, Garoppolo's on the 49ers. But yeah, I mean, listen, regardless, Cleveland is Cleveland.
Cleveland is gonna Cleveland.
The Raiders are Raiders, whether they're in LA, Oakland, or Las Vegas. Doesn't matter where you put them, they're still gonna be the Raiders. And shit, we gonna have to see. We're going to see what happens in Cleveland, but I mean, y'all don't think that we can just put one game down.
Yeah.
And it was against the Cowboys, too, who everybody was screaming was one of the top teams in the NFC.
Yeah, but they've been saying that shit for 4 years. And what has Dallas done?
Dallas are the NFC Bills.
Dallas is
the NFC Bills, the ones that are supposed to make it and fall off.
No, Dallas is the Georgia of college football. Like they might get one every 10 years, but they're always going to be preseason ranked #1, and then they're going to fucking play somebody and they're going to get smoked.
And what do you mean by get one every 10 years? Because I also feel like that could be another, you could attest that to being a lightning in the bottle situation. You had Parcells, you had Aikman, you had Smith, you had Irving, and that's the last one we know of. You did that little, three-peat or whatever y'all did?
Fucking 3 decades ago.
Yeah, and nobody's heard from you since, so I don't know. I don't know about that either. And then he just got paid. I don't see why. Has Micah been paid?
Mm-mm.
So CD and Lamb and Micah were up for extensions. You pay CD, you pay. I said CD, Lamb, and Micah. I meant CD, Dak, and Micah. You pay CD and you give Dak another extension. You Tony Romo and the fuck out of Dak Prescott. You are Tony Romo and the fuck out of Dak. Dak ain't proved not shit to you. And you gonna give him more bread, but you won't give Micah Parsons no bread.
Yeah, it's coming.
Micah Parsons like, listen, nigga, I'm about to show you how much I'm worth. Put me at running back. They working him out at running back. This nigga about to be Iron Man out there on both sides of the field and can't get paid while goofy ass Dak Prescott walks to the bank with $240 million for the next 4. That's crazy to me. That's another shit organization.
Yeah.
Dallas is a shit organization. They're just the most expensive shit organization. They're the Louis Vuitton of organizations, but you're still shit.
I mean, looking back at the schedule from week 1, am I right in saying that other than the Ravens Chiefs, like Bills Cardinals was the best matchup?
Pats Bengals.
You think the Bengals?
I don't think. I think that
trash,
was.
So I wouldn't put them on the best matchup.
I think that was more so unexpected than. I don't think that people just knew that was going to be a great matchup. I just think that was.
I mean, they were talking about it was Kyler Murray finally coming back and finally being healthy and like entering the season, and I mean, shit, they talked up the fucking Cardinals the whole fucking pregame.
Trash.
All right. And then we don't even know if Kyler Murray can stay healthy enough to do anything for you. That nigga need to go to baseball and stop fucking playing. I don't know that Jags Dolphins game.
Yeah, I hear you, and you are correct in saying that should have been.
But you
one
are
of the
right.
better matchups. But I'm not a big. I am not a Jacksonville believer. Like
the storyline was bigger too with the Tyrese thing happening.
Right. Because of Tyreek getting fucking arrested before the game.
I think Jets 49ers on paper was pretty high.
No, the Jets are trash.
The Rams Lions, I would say, was the second best.
I could give you that. I could give the Rams Lions
just because of the history.
Yeah, I could go that.
I like that Steelers and Atlanta game just because it wasn't like a.
Yeah,
that's an odd matchup though.
But Steelers play Steelers football.
Have you seen the memes around this? The team that didn't score a touchdown this weekend is in the lead of the AFC North.
No, I didn't.
Well, it looked like it was a different type of football being played. It wasn't a lot of wide receivers making plays. Like Drake London, probably he didn't have a lot of catches or nothing. So it was. I think Justin Fields started. But, I see Fields out there. He played solid.
I did not want to see that. Man.
That was all field goals. It was 6 field goals.
And that's fine. That's fine. I'm good with all that. I just don't.
That's an old style Bills win right there.
I don't want to see Justin starting.
All right, I do have to circle into the Bills Cardinals game, and I want to talk about the late hit on Kyler Murray that was the worst officiating I've ever seen.
I don't know if I
Where
saw
he
that.
slid, and dude jumped over him, barely made contact, touched him with his hand as he was like trying to steady himself, catching himself on the ground, and they threw a flag on him. And meanwhile, we all know damn well that Josh Allen takes more hits than anybody, and there are no
But
fucking
that's
calls
because
that are
he's
going to go that
clunky.
way.
That nigga doesn't know how to slide. That's why. Listen, the Bears need to bring in the slip and slide into Buffalo. Ship that motherfucker up there.
You need to go watch the call because I'm sure it's out there, and
I'm sure it was a bad call.
Atrocious.
I'm sure it was a bad call, but Josh Allen, you can't put him in the boat there because that motherfucker don't know how to slide. He gets his first of all, he leads with his knees and he gets them bitches down right in front of the defender. Of course you're gonna still take a hit, stupid. You gotta get down before you get to the. He doesn't know whether he's like, what else he did, or should I?
You know what else he did though? Ran for 2 touchdowns, so fuck off.
He does that though, but I mean, you run for 2 touchdowns and the total of the 2 touchdown yards would be 13 because you get it inside the 10-yard line when you make your runs.
He's had plenty of big runs before.
He has, but all his touchdown runs are alley-oops.
Yeah, generally.
Right, like the tush push with the Eagles. He has big runs, don't get me wrong, but they're usually midfield. He ain't taking it in from 30 yards out into the end zone.
I think your Bills are going to struggle this year, man.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow night.
I mean, I like Keon Coleman. I think that's a decent pickup.
Hollins is all right, but I just think it's going to be tough.
I think we're going to be able to run the ball, and you're going to continue to see more and more of Cook.
Cook to the ground.
And I think we got a rookie. I think we got a rookie running back that is going to take the load off of Cook by the time we get to midseason.
Yeah, he looks nice.
I don't know how I feel about him, to be quite honest. And
I don't think Kincaid didn't do much that game, did he? I thought Knox.
Who'd you say?
Better. Kincaid, I don't think he did much, did he?
He didn't do much. Knox, I think, had 8. Well, I only got to watch the first half, but I saw Knox have 1, maybe 2 receptions.
I see he had a big one. Yeah, big play.
So y'all got the Dolphins tomorrow. Then y'all got the Jags. We're gonna see how much of a believer you are.
Oh, here we got. Here's the other dude for Buffalo, and he only had 2 receptions, but he was shades of Cole Beasley. Mac Hollins. Remember the name?
That's what I said, Hollins.
Yeah. I couldn't hear you, CT. My fault.
I got him from Atlanta by way of Las Vegas.
Yep, Vegas. I wonder if y'all gonna use Claypool.
Now,
I do think that Holland is a good.
Also, by the way, Josh had no interceptions over the weekend.
Fumble.
He had a fumble, and that fumble was bad. That fumble was bad because he was in the pocket for like 25 seconds and should have just gotten rid of it.
But it's week 1. Give him some time.
But he did not interception. So all y'all fucking telling me all the time about how Josh does nothing but throw INTs.
It is the Cardinals, though.
4 scores, 0 interceptions.
Yeah, but it's still early. That nigga gonna balance out. Trust and believe. He gonna Libra scale the fuck out.
He's finally learning, man. Nah, he's finally learning. I got faith.
I'm telling you, he gonna throw at least 2 games this season, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
I think that's probably fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll run for another one so that he has more scores than INTs.
Hopefully.
It'll be fine.
Hopefully. I mean, I like Josh, but
I mean, here's the flip side is that the Bills have fucking owned the Chiefs in the regular season. We just need to get over the hump of beating them in the playoffs.
Right. When it count. That's the thing. And that's how it is with us. That's how it is with the Raiders.
Right.
We usually rough you up regular season, but can't never beat you to get into the playoffs.
Well, you have to get to the playoffs, Cliff, to beat somebody in the playoffs.
We got to go through them to get to the playoffs. So that's our playoff game. The fuck? And that's what I'm saying. This don't look good. This loss to the Chargers.
But you knew that. You knew that, though. You knew that.
Nah, I wasn't knew that.
What you mean? Go through the pick'ems last week and see who all knew that, because I sure did. I told you I almost came up. Right.
That's because I wasn't
so
here.
You knew that. Ain't no, you knew that. Cliff, yourself.
Cliff,
I knew that.
Cliff, me and most of the people that gambled last week had our odds on the Chargers.
You don't
That's
know.
Why
you just talking. You don't know most of the people. You had your odds on the Chargers.
Can I ask you? Let's go through this logically. So with Vegas, right? With betting, right? Sports betting specifically, to be the under, that means most people would have selected you not to win that game, right?
No, it doesn't. They have to start it somewhere. They start it based on the favorite. And then they balance it based off of who's been betting. So if the Chargers were always the favorite.
No, because I've seen them change, Cliff. It's not
right.
open.
They balance it based off of who's been betting. So you go in with a favorite. That's Vegas odds. That's what that's called. When Vegas gives a minus 300 plus 250. Then the people who bet will lower that 300 to a minus 100 if they're betting on the underdog more. And then if so many people bet on the underdog becomes the favorite. And now they're the minus.
Correct. Right.
So you start out with Vegas odds with the Chargers being the favorite. And then you have people that gamble both sides, which keeps them right around that same point as Vegas odds.
I see what you're saying. Don't do a ticket with one winning.
Right, and they do that manipulatively too. It doesn't have to be the favorite, but who they believe is going to take the game or who they want the people to bet on more, they'll put the odds on that team. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the Chargers were just the flat out favorite. We just don't want people making money if Vegas does actually win. So give it to the Chargers.
It does know that the Raiders are trash though. So
they are.
There you go.
We had that whole 15-minute conversation.
I know.
I can't believe they are, man.
I was almost here.
I mean, I told you. I told you the whole thing about it is I do think that they will have a decent season, but again, you can't get refurbished quarterbacks. You can't do that, especially in the league where think about all the quarterbacks that we have now. Most of them are within 3 years. Most of them are within their 3 years of being in the league right now. So what happens is, as the Raiders organization, you have two options. You can either choose to keep going with older guys that have experience that never quite made it on another team, or you can get somebody in the draft. The only issue about getting somebody in the draft is now that person is 4 years behind all of the young quarterbacks who have been in the league making a name and getting experience for themselves. So you never really quite get to even in that race. And they don't seem to understand that. So it's better, they say, well, it's better for us to not gamble on a young guy and get somebody who has experience. But if the guy who has experience is a caliber of a Gardner Minshew, probably not the best option to go with. Probably better to
I hear Deshaun's going to be looking for a new place to go.
Listen, but that's not, you can't go from shit to shit.
Oh, so he is shit. Okay.
No, organization, sir. You see how the white man do you? Try to mix your words up. Organizations. You're in a shit organization in Cleveland, and then you're going to jump to a shit organization in Vegas and think it's going to be better for you?
I mean, he was in Houston in the shit organization.
And that's the reason why he wanted out and decided to sit. The only reason why he hadn't sat in Cleveland yet is because they paid him. And they probably don't give a fuck. And they probably don't give a fuck if you're in our meetings. Texas was like, we don't need you in our meetings on who we're about to get. Cleveland's like, come on in. We don't care. It can't be no worse. So that, like I said, again, the only reason you go to Cleveland as a professional player who has a name for themselves is a payday. But you don't go for an opportunity at a win or it's not a what do you call it? It's not a career. You know, this is a job, but this isn't a career. So it wouldn't make sense to go from a job to another job if you're already on the back end of your career. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Already on the back end.
And going from Cleveland to the Raiders is a job to a job. That is not a job to a career. So I don't think
you're Baker.
That's another refurbished quarterback, in my opinion. Go to the draft. But Bills wise, yeah, y'all got a schedule on y'all's hands, so it's not gonna be easy by no means.
I mean, no, you've got the East in general, like.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We
got the Dolphins.
Y'all's next 4 are Dolphins, Jags, Ravens, Texans.
And that'll be a good tell for the season. Although last year we, were not 0 for, but we had a shit record heading into mid-season, and then we came on strong at the end of the year, which it's possible that'll be what happens here too.
And then y'all got Jets after that on week 6. So
trash.
You say that now, but let them.
But the Jets do figure things out.
That's why I said let them catch their stride, and it's gonna be a problem. Because I was telling Mark when I was watching that game. Everybody was talking shit, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't making any mistakes.
No,
it was everybody else dropping balls
they have had decent defense over the last couple of years. Like
Sauce did have that one play where he was slow getting up, where his boys had to help him up. They had to help him up. He was on his knees with them holding his arm, shaking his head out. Like,
I mean, honestly,
he got hurt too.
Honestly, my biggest Mosley.
Oh yeah,
Honestly, my biggest concern in Buffalo is our defensive backfield because it's all new.
Right.
I mean, other than Taron Johnson, who got hurt in week 1,
got rid of both y'all safeties.
Right. So
I understand why.
That's a little bit of a concern, but
I understood. I won't say understand. I understood why y'all got rid of Hyde.
Yeah.
But Poyer, I was like, really?
I was surprised for us to get rid of both.
Yeah, that's why I'm
especially to Miami. Right?
And don't get me wrong, like, even if I know I want neither of you, one of you has to stay. Because whoever I bring in has to be
able to learn from you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's why that's why they moved Taron Johnson from the nickel back to safety. But the problem is he got hurt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the nickel most of last year.
Number 7,
which is basically just another fucking safety in their scheme. But
y'all lost Milano again for the year,
dude. He is. I feel so bad for the dude because he should be like the top linebacker.
Yeah,
in the league,
he should be at least top 3, at the very least top 3.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He's a hitter. He has hands. He'll pick you off. It doesn't matter what you need from Milano. He's gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
I like him.
Unfortunately, we're back to it with him. But Russo
y'all
had
in another Micah Hyde
3
situation.
Sacks. Russo had 3 sacks though, so I'll take it.
Y'all in another Micah Hyde situation where it's like, well, shit. I mean, do we keep him?
Right.
Like, he is great, idea. But should we get rid of him now? Like, while we still, like I said with Devontae, while you still have an opportunity to get something.
While somebody else will give us something for him or at least save us the cap space. Yeah.
Maybe a great name to have on your team that people love, but the truth is, like they say, don't know how much longer they have left, especially when you're talking about injuries and shit too. Might be best to ship them off right now while people are still interested in their name.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Completely agree.
But don't get rid of all of your linebackers when you do that, Michael. All right? Make sure you send that call into Buffalo and say, can we keep a couple of them?
Right, no doubt.
Because y'all clear house. They said we getting rid of safeties. Which one? All of them. We getting rid of wide receivers. Which one? Every one of them. The fucking Buffalo.
We didn't clear house with wide receivers.
Damn,
I mean, we did, but didn't. We still have Shakir. We still have
Khalil Shakir is the only one.
The tight ends.
The tight ends, but Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman is the only 2 wide receivers.
No, you're right. You're right.
I knew Trey White was gone.
Trey White.
Tre'Davious.
Okay. Okay.
Corner.
I was wondering, like, why am I blanking on that name?
I seen him playing for the Rams too.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, it's gonna be a season, and I know. Don't get me wrong, our schedule isn't any easier, but y'all are the ones again expected.
Yeah,
to be
but you
up
guys,
there.
you guys go what? Ravens and then fucking Carolina. Like get out.
No, we
here.
go Ravens, Cowboys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw Carolina.
No, Ravens, Cowboys. That's what I'm saying. Our first 4-5 weeks is tough on us.
Tough.
So at least, at the very least, if I can say anything, we get baptized by fire very early.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta. It's gonna be a tough hole to climb out of. Say, Malk, y'all boys got that dub, huh? Them Eagles.
Oh no!
You said do what now?
Yeah,
The
you guys
Eagles
play.
got that first win dub. That ain't the right schedule.
Yeah, it does say Panthers, Browns. But hold up, I just had a schedule that said we played the Cowboys, and that's what they was talking about on the
you
Browns.
You guys play Panthers, Browns. You played the Cowboys in preseason.
What schedule he got?
That was the second preseason game.
I may be getting confused because.
See, you don't even know your team schedule.
No, I may be getting confused because I was watching that the Browns Cowboys, and they were saying that they have the Raiders.
Yeah, it's the Browns that have the Raiders coming up.
That had the Raiders, and I looked up. I can't
but
remember what I looked.
You were correct about the Bills. The Bills go Miami, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Houston. So.
Right.
No rest for the wicked, and then we play fucking the Chiefs at the end of November.
The infamous Chief Bills.
Regular season showdown where we'll beat them again and then lose to them in the playoffs.
I'm sure. I mean,
all right, fellas.
You hopping off? Who hitting them?
Yeah, I got to hop. Who's hitting them? Let's see. I had one. Let me think about it. Oh, Deshaun Watson. Get the fuck out of here, man.
What's he hitting them for? Getting paid?
Just wait. Just wait. It'll be Patrick Mahomes before the end of the season because I need to replace Tom Brady. I should just do Brady on pure
or Jizzy.
Just to keep it consistent. But I'm gonna go with Deshaun. Trash. Find a new job, dude.
Playing my nigga.
All right, man. Peace out.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good seeing you, dog. Have a good one.
I mean, we'll jump into that. We can jump into that Packers-Eagles game.
Packers-Eagles.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley's here.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was definitely Saquon's.
Mostly everything that I
welcoming.
said. I mean, damn near everything I said was gonna happen. Y'all just wasn't listening. I gave y'all the keys last week.
It's good for the first few weeks. They gonna figure it out.
I gave y'all the keys. I told you I almost came up a couple thousand or so last week, boy. If I wasn't for a couple upsets, I would have had a couple winning tickets. But madness from week one, madness from week one.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good game. I mean, defense could have played better. Jalen Hurts needs to make a couple better reads. Saquon did his thing. A.J. Brown did his thing. I think Devontae had a catch or two. We just gotta. The issue is with the center too. So coming from Jason Kelce to Cam
They're
Jurgens,
snapping that ball.
Yeah, that was. But that's. I mean, I knew
his stance is even different.
Well, yeah, but he tries to dress like Jason Kelce. Like his whole getup looks like Jason Kelce when he was out there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but you can't be. So here's the thing with that though. You can't be an elite center and be snapping like Jason Kelce.
Right.
Jason Kelce snaps the way he does because, like he says, I want my hand back. He's a moving center. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna block. So I'm going to get the ball to you as fast as I can, because the reason why you picked me up is my movement, my mobility, me being able to get down the field and help you out. But to be a center that makes it to the NFL, you don't just get there by sloppy snapping and trying to move like Jason Kelce. There's not a lot of Jason Kelces. You got to be all around. So now that you're actually having a center that cares about getting the ball to you, it's not going to be the same low stance that you were in with Kelce. Because I noticed he changes his stance, because certain plays he'll be standing taller, and then certain plays he'll get down lower. And I was looking like, is that a tail? Like, is he telling what play is coming based on the stances he's in? Because they're not consistent. At least when Jason was pitching, you were always consistently low. But now it's like you're standing straight up in some points and just a slight bend to your back. In some plays, you actually kind of squat. And it's like, are you telling us rush pass, short or long?
Yeah.
And nobody's picking up? That's going to be interesting to see throughout the rest of the season as well.
Like, I mean, he'll get it together, because Jason Kelce is one of the unsolicited coaches on the team. He's not.
But he can't coach. He can't coach on snapping unless he just says snap like me, since he's already used to it. Let me train you on how I snap.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, but what you just said. Plus, I mean, it's easier. It's just like with anything, right? If I show you how to do it, what to expect, hopefully with practice and repetition, you'll catch on. So I'm sure Jason's still working with Cam. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, here's what I'd recommend her.
But you can't teach. That's what I'm saying. You got to be great. You got to be great to even have bad habits. And Jason to be the first one to tell you, yeah, my snap is awful. I'm just getting him the ball. I don't care how it comes. I'm just getting it to him. Yeah. So if you're not the best at doing that, you can't show him a better way to do that unless you just say, do it like me. I'll show you how to do it like me. Then the only issue becomes, my nigga, you spent 18 years of your life snapping the ball the right way. How are you going to get Jason Kelce snapped right in the next 3-month season?
Right.
So it's like, I want to see the adjustments from Jalen. And it's fucked up. And it's actually a fucked up situation for Jalen to be in, to be honest. Because, like we talked about, Malk, all the changes in coaching and coordinators. Fuck that. Who's getting me the ball?
Right.
If I was used to getting the ball like this for 3 years, and now you're giving it to me like this, that's going to change things. Yeah, I'm going to adjust my, stance based on plays. And that, again, may be a tell to certain teams. Like, oh, we know he's going deep. He's squatting. It's a run. Right. He's squatting. He might be trying to get it to him quick so he can block. He's squatting low. Play the run. He's standing tall. It's a pass play.
That's why I try to give him some grace, because you've had a bunch of different coordinators, at least 2 different head coaches. Now you got 2 different centers.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of things.
He'll watch film and get better from it.
I just hope somebody.
Yeah, he definitely got watching.
I hope somebody's looking at that on the Eagle side the way I was looking at it. Because we can't have that. We can't have you in different stances on different calls. Figure out which stance you're going to use and stay in that the entire season.
Right. I didn't see it pass to Dotson. Why they pick him up? Not to throw it to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kenyon Mitchell looked good. He's
got all the pieces.
He's playing for James Bradbury. Kenyon Mitchell, the rookie, looked good.
For real?
Yeah, he looked good.
I didn't see a lot.
Packers should have been up big in that first half. They gave. I don't know, the Packers. The defense is playing good up front, though.
Yeah, I think I watched like a half of that game. That's it.
Yeah, I just thought Jordan Love could have did better in that first half. They was getting the ball down there and getting turnovers, whatever. I don't know if it was turnovers, but
Jordan Love threw 1 interception, 17 for 34, 260, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And we got injured in the fourth, didn't he? Jordan Love.
Last play of the game. It was like the last. It was like the last play of the game.
It was the last play of the game.
I knew it was in the fourth.
No. It wasn't the last. It was the second to last play of the game.
Yeah, because Malik Willis came in for one play.
That should have been the last play of the game.
He threw one pass.
The ball or whatever, run the ball.
But see, that's what's fucked up now.
Stupid play and he got hurt. Yeah.
That's what's fucked up now is you got Malik Willis.
Now he out for a week.
Malik Willis, who came from Liberty, right? And I say that to say that you're a no-name school. You're a school that don't play nobody. And then you go to Tennessee, where nobody chooses to play you and bypass your play to pick up another rookie quarterback in Will Levis, and now you're in Green Bay. So you haven't had an opportunity. All you've been able to do is learn playbooks.
Playoff. He couldn't even throw the ball the last play for like a Hail Mary. He got like sacked. I was like, how you get sacked on this? Like,
it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad. I hope Jordan comes back quick because I don't have the most faith in Malik Willis as a whole.
Oh no, they don't either.
And then, especially knowing what you do in Green Bay, right? Like Green Bay, y'all are known for sitting quarterbacks for 3 to 4 to 5 years until you feel like they're ready to be in the league. You did it with Aaron. You did it with Jordan. Now you got to bring in a kid who hasn't had any playing experience with any team but's been in the league for 2 years, 3 years. That's a bad look.
That's why when they pay all these quarterbacks that high money, they get hurt quick. Like, oh no.
They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, there's certain quarterbacks that I think deserve it. Your Patty Mahomes, pay that man.
Yeah.
But you can't just be paying losing quarterbacks.
Just paying them because of the market.
Right. You can't just be paying them like that. And when I say losing quarterback, please understand, I don't mean losing as in like your seasons are awful. I mean losing when it counts. You're not winning in the playoffs. The whole point of me constructing this team is to get a ring. If you can't even get me to the playoffs or past the first round of the playoffs, you're not a 200 mil tier quarterback. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
200 mil. And they just paid Dak that thing, so it's like the market only getting crazier.
Right, 240 for Dak Prescott, who hadn't seen a motherfucking NFC championship.
Highest paid contract ever, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to only get worse.
And let's keep it a buck. The last time you paid him M's like that, he broke his leg.
Hurt his ankle, do it all. He did it all.
I would be paying Micah before I paid Dak. Where you gonna go?
Pay the quarterback. You gotta pay that quarterback though.
I would be paying Micah, but you've already been paid. You've already been paid. That's why I didn't know. No, we're gonna cover the people who haven't been paid before we get back around to your bum ass. That's why I said they Tony Romo and the fuck out of him. Like, how can you be praising him this much and he hasn't done shit for you? Yeah, he got stats. He put up stats. Okay, so do Derek Carr. Why am I paying you though?
Yeah, they feel like they right there, I guess. I don't know.
They're not, and that's the thing. You're not right there. You're not right there. You're not good enough to get past the Niners. You're not good enough to get past the Eagles. That's been proven.
Ooh, I don't know about all that.
That's been proven years in the past 2 years.
Who, the Packers?
No, the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys, man, they ain't done shit since 96.
You hear what I'm saying? Past 2 years, Cowboys can't get past the Eagles, let alone the Niners.
The Niners, you're right. Eagles is debatable.
No, I know this is a new year, but what have you done? What has Dallas done differently? What did you pick up? What did you do? What did you do to throw them off of the scent? because they've been on your tail. Yeah, right. Who didn't matter in the first place.
Got rid of him.
They've been on your tail. The Eagles have been on your tail for the past 3 years. They've had your number. So if you're not doing anything to get better, what makes you think that this is a new year for you to be able to beat them?
I think Cooks is in a different role this year. They're going to have Cooks at 8-2, CD, Jake Ferguson. I think they're going to be right.
Nah, CT. The biggest downfall of the Cowboys.
Long as they win on the road, the home games is always going to be.
That's their biggest advantage. But go ahead, Mount.
They don't win when it counts. And
that's what it is.
You have to understand the history of the Cowboys, bro. Like,
I know the Cowboys, eight Cowboys all the time.
So then, if you know them, you shouldn't have high hopes, bro. And it's not even me being a hater because it's the Cowboys, and bro. Jerry Jones.
But the guys is getting paid that should be getting paid, so they should be under the table. So I'm just.
But that's always been the case.
I'm thinking as a no, it ain't.
TT, name a Cowboy that the Cowboys ain't paid, bro.
Yeah, a marquee name Cowboys get paid.
They get paid. CT, that's Jerry Jones is
every Cowboy doesn't get paid, but if you're a marquee name on the Cowboys, you're
getting paid, right, Cliff? You're getting paid.
You're getting paid. Not only are you getting paid, they're forcing endorsements on you. Remember that was the thing in Dallas. I don't know, y'all might be a little too young, but back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the Cowboys would do like pre-draft interviews and they would see how marketable somebody is because they were like, there are certain endorsements that you have to take by coming to Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have a choice. Sure. You are going to be a Campbell's Chunky representative. You are going to be a Gatorade athlete. You are going to be So if they didn't do well in the interview as far as marketability went, they would pass on that player. So that's how you know that they're making sure you're paid. There was a point where Dallas was like, we're paying our players significantly less because they get more in endorsements. And the players didn't care because you are getting more in endorsements. You said what?
Like who?
You
said all of them get endorsements.
No, not all of them.
I'm about to say they're not winning like that.
Not all of them. Let's keep it a buck, CT. It's a lot of casual fans out there. They got players on the team that they don't even know the names of. Everybody's not getting endorsements. No.
Right.
But as far as the people whose names we know, as far as the people who it doesn't matter what team you root for, I know who Tyreek Hill is. I know who Patrick Mahomes is. Those are the guys who don't have a choice. You're going to have an endorsement whether you like it or not. And I'm sure in certain people's contracts it's written in. Must be at sponsorship meetings on time. Must be at, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's written in. But yeah, if you know a player's not good enough to get an endorsement, you can't then subtract money from their pocket because you're like, the Cowboys give endorsements. It's not our fault you ain't good enough to get one.
Right.
You still got to pay them, but your big name players, your top players, yeah, you got to take this L. You ain't going to get as much as them coming in because you're going to get money on the back end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Cowboys' biggest problem is what it's always been. You know, you got Jerry Jones who wants to be the owner, the GM,
head coach.
Yeah, you're wearing too many hats, but you're power hungry, and that's your team's downfall, bro.
You're absolutely correct. I know that all too well with Al and Mark Davis.
And it's not going to change. Once again, I hate to say it. Well, you said it years ago, Cliff.
I think it'll change faster with the Raiders than it would with the Cowboys.
Well, I don't know. Jerry's kids seem a little bit brighter and maybe less power hungry than Jerry does. So I could see it changing with the.
Well, with the next generation, I'm speaking in reference to current ownership next couple years, and the only reason why I say I can see it changing with the Raiders before the Cowboys is because Mark Davis now has the Aces as well. You know what I'm saying? So you got two different pots that you can put your hands in. So you want to be, domineering and, involved in everything, take it over to the WNBA side where it matters a little less. Now you can be, what do you call it, preoccupied elsewhere and let the people that you pay to do the job here do their actual job. And I think that's what we're starting to see. Like I said last week with the release of Josh McDaniels and all them. They were like, yeah, we made a bad decision. Let's correct it. Now that we recognize we made that bad decision, we're going to hand the reins over to our head coach and our GMs. So let's change them as well.
How long do you think they'll give Pierce to change things around?
Well, we talked about that a little bit last week, too. I said an absolutely failure of a season would be anything below 7-10.
Right, but I mean, I'm talking about in years, right? Because
that's why I'm saying that. If he goes below 7-10, I think he only has a half a season to correct things. Like, if we have a 6-11 record this year, I think what's going to happen is his head is on the chopping block next year. So you only really have the first half to 8 games of the season to show me how you are before we're already moving on from you.
Wiping our hands.
Right.
Type shit.
Right. So if they can maintain a, 8-9 season or something like that, a 7-10 even, I think they'll give Pierce probably another 2 years to try to turn it around. If he doesn't do it in that time, he's out of there. So to answer your question, I would say 1.5 to 3 years. Depending on how it plays out.
Right.
But I do honestly think, like, this isn't just a, I'm not like one of them Stockholm Syndrome kidnappees or a battered wife or anything. But this is actually one of those times where I feel like, okay, I think they're changing a bit. As far as, like, Mark Davis and him being involved in everything. It's like, yeah, I actually do think he's getting better. So I'll stick around and see how this goes. But you ain't going to keep beating on me now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to put your hands on me now. But fuck them. Yeah. Fuck the Raiders this week. Fuck the Raiders till Sunday.
Let's go Raiders!
Fuck them this week.
Let's go, Pat.
Yeah, the Pats is probably the most impressive to me. Yeah, that's probably the most impressive to me just because, well, first and foremost, Jacoby Brissett.
Tell CT about that, man. No, man.
Jacoby Brissett. Listen to my words.
Jacoby played out.
Listen to my words.
It was like 100-some yards.
121. Yeah, 15 for 20.
Running the ball.
24, 121.
We got more rushing yards than passing yards.
Listen to what I got to say. Jacoby Brissett, whether coming off the bench, an alternate, a fill-in, whatever you want to say, even compared to the starters in the league, top 5 game managers in the NFL currently.
Good handing the ball off, yeah. It's
top right 5 game managers in the league, and they did overwork. Ramondre had what, 24 attempts or 25 carries?
What do you have, 130?
They did Saquon the same way. Like, I was like, damn, like, y'all, like, let's not hurt him week 1 now. You got him going out for routes and taking 24 rush carries? Oh, my God, that's scary.
Yeah, I know.
And I hope you don't think you can do that for 17 weeks. The Giants wasn't doing that for 17 weeks now.
Cliff, there's a difference. Cliff,
our defense, though. Defense
Cliff, we've consistently had one of the best offensive lines for the past 4 or 5 years.
You keep saying that. That doesn't matter. Because the key is to get past the offensive line. Once you're past the offensive line, you're by yourself. You have to take the hit.
Cliff, I understand that. But if no one's blocking for you, you're getting hit sooner. You're getting more banged up. If the hole's wide open and you're home free damn near,
The only difference is yards, the amount of yards. But if I have to take a hit, I have to take a hit. A lot of times the hits happen on the breakaway, the injuries happen on the breakaway plays. Because people are being pulled down, running at top speed.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter who's blocking for me. If I have to go down, I have to take a hit. You're rushing me 24 times a game. That gives me more chances of an injury.
Yeah, I mean that's one game though. Don't get caught up in the highlights, bro.
Like you heard me say, I hope they don't plan on doing this all season.
No, they don't. I know how my squad operates. They're not going to clip. They got the pass game, bro, and Hurts can run, and then Saquon's not the only running back.
Looking iffy.
That's the thing. If your passing is shaky, they're going to lean on the run to create.
We're talking
the pass.
about y'all act like it's halfway through, bro. It's one. Bro, I feel like AI. We're talking about practice, damn near. We can
go back to last year as well. He was throwing interceptions then also.
But we're not talking. But that's not what we're. You see, like that's irrelevant now. Is what I'm saying. Like we got to talk about now, right? And what
we got to talk about consistency. That's what.
But Cliff, what did we just? You can't.
People don't base contracts off the start of a season. They base them off of what you've done up to that point to receive the contract. So we're not going to forget about what happened last year. No.
Okay, that's fine, Cliff.
It's the
same. Like you said, you have to remember what we just talked about. You can't lean on both sides of the fence, bro. You can't say, okay, you've been inconsistent. You're not living up. Okay, I hear that. But then the other side, you can't say, well, yeah, he's had 2 different coaches, 3 different offensive coordinators, 2 different centers.
No, that's not both sides of the fence. No.
That's both sides of the fence.
No, not at all.
If you're giving him, go ahead.
No, I said he has had it rough. That's not that. No, see, that's where you're manipulating my words, because I always have said with Jalen Hurts, I don't give a fuck who your coach is. You're the guy under the center. You can audible.
Yeah, but it don't.
You can choose to change the play. So we're not gonna blame the organization on the fact that you've been throwing interceptions. There's a reason why me and CT say deep ball or bust, because you have not gotten any better.
I don't watch enough games.
You haven't gotten any better at making short to mid-yard plays.
What did you
say? Wait, what did you say about last week? Jalen Hurts needs to improve his reads.
But Cliff, I watched the whole game. You just told us early in the show you watched half of it.
Doesn't matter. He threw 2 interceptions.
No, it does. Okay, you got it, bro. You got it.
He threw 2 interceptions. Did he not throw 2 interceptions?
That's like me watching three series on the Raiders and then making an assumption, bro. I didn't watch.
It's not an assumption, Malk. It's on paper. It's stats.
Yeah,
just because I didn't watch this whole game doesn't mean I didn't watch whole games last year.
Yeah, you watched a few clips, but you're not all right, but you're not continuously. You're watching what you see. I understand that.
Malk, did you not say he needs to improve his reads? Did you say that?
I said that because I'm a fan and I watch every single.
No, because it's factual. He needs to improve his reads. If he did,
I watch every game.
If he did improve his reads,
and that's me being hard on my team. I'm hard on all my teams, Cliff. Every team that I have.
That means nothing.
Talk shit about.
That means nothing. We're not worried about how big of a fan you are. We're talking about Jalen Hurts' stats right now. He threw 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What I'm saying is you're continuing the same trend that you had last year as well.
They could just run the ball a little bit better with Saquon.
So if you're already throwing for 2 interceptions week 1 and you have one of the best running backs in the world or in the league, my concern would then be you're going to overuse this running back trying to get your pass to work.
Yeah, so if he go down, what y'all gonna do?
But here's the thing.
Use Kenneth Gainwell.
Right, that's what I said. And then once again, it's not like Jalen's making the play decisions. If you can say audible, he doesn't have that kind of pool. I don't know what kind of pool you.
How really come he don't?
Jalen, he doesn't. CT, he's not.
You the captain of the offense.
He's not. He's not. No, but CT.
Yes,
he hasn't earned. He hasn't earned. No, bro. He hasn't earned that right yet to be doing that. He's not Patty Mahomes, not Lamar Jackson. He hasn't earned that.
How come he
not? To be fair, with the most,
as a quarterback,
with the most due respect, if you're not making the best reads in general, I don't trust you to audible.
Right.
You're not making the right reads in the first place. I can't give you the reins because you're not reading the field correct.
You think going with the busted, like
You think
Bo a coach would rather go with what he wants over a guy they don't trust. Yeah.
Right.
Don't go with the busted play. We see that every week.
Yeah, they know that about Jalen. They know he can't be trusted.
I see Sam Darnold changing the play. So why is Jalen not changing the play? What? Like, that don't make no sense.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, they're not paying you $200 million and not make the
CT,
right play.
You forget these niggas. CT, these niggas got headsets, bro. Just because niggas change the play don't mean that they necessarily changed the play. It might have been coached like, hey, actually audible. This is what we're going to do. It's not saying that it's the quarterback making that decision.
But most of the time you can tell. You can tell when the quarterback is changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and you can tell when the coach is sending something in, because a lot of times you can't even get a signal mid-play because that's why you see the quarterbacks going like this, trying to cover their ear holes in their helmet to really hear. You don't never see them stop in the middle of a hike, a call, and be like, hold up, what? Okay, everybody switch up. No, you see him walk up, hand under ass, and start patting everybody on the leg. Shift, move, down. Y'all hear it? And then you even see certain teams do that to let them know that they heard the call. You see that? Like when they audible and everybody go like this to let them know before they... What you say, CT?
Fake scheme.
Yeah, I mean, some of that is involved in audibles. A lot of them are
or fake.
Sometimes the plays don't ever even be changed. It's just a way to get a motherfucker jittery. But at the end of the day, that comes down to either coaching or great quarterback.
But that's off your quarterback. Yeah, like you see, if you do that and you see the linebacker move down, you gonna change it. You're gonna change it to a run. You're gonna change it. If your safety come down, you might change it to a fade pass. You go 1-on-1.
But just like
you chopping. They got a 1-on-1 now. I know he changed the play, man. There's no way
not. You should be able to do that, but just like in basketball, everybody don't got a green light like Steph Curry.
Exactly, man.
Everybody don't got a green light. Everybody can't just go in and switching shit up.
Not everybody can come in Cliff's house, CT, and grab a beer and a drink and roll up a blunt and it'd be cool. Niggas gotta ask first.
I hate these examples right here.
You feel me, Cliff? It's just like house manners. Not everybody can just come up in your house and just, you know what I'm saying? Get a little sip or whatever and be cool. Nigga, you gotta earn your spot first.
You rambling right now, man.
No, that's the truth, bruh. You didn't even have faith in your quarterback, nigga.
You can't come in Cliff house.
Talking about.
That's bro, because we got a running nigga. We got more rushing yards and passing yards. Duh.
That's what he's talking
about. It don't matter, bro. You still,
it does matter.
The fact that you don't even have faith in your own quarterback, bro, tells me enough. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking about what I see, goofball.
That comes down to game management too, though.
What hadn't happened?
That comes down to game management too, though. Like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all. Like Jacoby Brissett is
and dunking routes. Like I get it.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Some quarterback. How many quarterbacks did we see going 3 and outs last week?
Right.
And I'm not saying Jacoby didn't have 3 and outs, but I'm just saying.
Not many. Not Baker. Not motherfucking Sam
It was
Darnold,
3 and outs. It was a lot of 3 and outs. All I'm saying is, if you tell a nigga, it don't matter what team you put Jacoby Brissett on, if you tell him, just get us in scoring range, 7 times out of 10, you're in scoring range.
He's already proven it.
Even if he has to hand it off 9 times in a drive, you will be in scoring range. That is game management. It's a lot of quarterbacks that don't know no better, that audible out of the run.
Hand it off 9 times, you give them a lot of credit.
I'm just saying, just because you hand the ball off 9 times don't guarantee that you make it the length of the field.
Right.
Let's act like, come on. There's a lot of times. There's a lot of times
he's not doing much after that.
There's a lot of times you can hand it off 5 and 6 times in a row, and the running back only be at 9 yards with a 1.3 average.
Running back.
It's a lot of them that are like that. All I'm saying is that's a part of game management.
Right.
Just like you said, you should be able to audible. Some of them got to be audible runs. And it's my job to manage the game and recognize that.
That's what we did a lot, yeah.
Y'all wouldn't have got the dub if he wasn't doing a good job managing the game.
Just not turning the ball over. That's not hard.
Bruh, in the NFL, okay.
Don't turn it over.
It's got to be hard.
How many interceptions did Patty Mahomes and Lamar Jackson throw in that game against each other? A couple each, right?
It's got to be hard because you just heard Mike praising the fact Josh Allen didn't throw none.
I'm pretty sure Patty and Lamar didn't have the best throwing game, a couple interceptions in that face-off. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Lamar is not a thrower, so yeah, it's not.
But
regardless, he don't get enough credit. That motherfucker's on every team under the sun and does the same for all teams. He don't get enough
credit, but he's not getting too much credit from me. So.
Well, no, I mean, I definitely understand the nigga making somebody work for it, but
Drake could have done the same.
Who?
He's
Oh shit! Now y'all the choppy brothers. You said who could have done the same thing?
Our rookie could have done the same thing.
Drake May. Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's an egregious statement, though. Like,
then why didn't y'all keep Mac?
We should have, but before
he got y'all to the playoffs first season in the NFL. Y'all was quick to give up on him.
They 0-1. Look at us, 1-0. We'll take it.
Yeah, I would too. Especially that win
over there.
It was a lot of
sitting as a backup too.
It was a lot of fluky plays though. That fumble at the 1 yard line where the ball just miraculously bounced. That motherfucker bounced like it was on hardwood.
I got the Jaguars running back. That shit happened to him too. He was on the 1 and he fumbled on the 1.
That fumble though, it just bounced right up in the Cubs' hands, like.
But that defensive stop that
the fourth and
the tight end scored, but they had to review it.
Oh, okay, no, that what I was thinking of then.
The tight end, he played with us last year. He played with Mike dude, but he played with us.
Gesicki.
But he played for them. Gesicki, yeah. He scored and he was celebrating and everything.
I did see that.
And then they called it back because they knocked it. Kyle Duggan knocked it loose late. I was like, that's a great play. We lose the game probably if they score right there. Because that's what Malcolm texted me. He's like, you're about to lose. I was like, yeah.
Bengals should have won that game. They beat themselves.
Yeah, they did.
We locked up.
They definitely
you see Gonzalez over there on Chase. Locked.
And it wasn't even like
Jamar Chase was out there snagging balls and shit.
6 receptions, 62 yards.
Under 100.
He had a 28 long. He caught all 6 of his targets, but
right, and he also ain't getting paid. So for him to even play, he wasn't even supposed to play.
That ain't our problem.
You're right. You're damn right on that. But I'm just saying, like,
and we was in Cincy.
We'll
take it on the road.
Y'all's leading receiver
niggas probably could have balled out.
Y'all's leading receiver was Austin Hooper with 2 receptions for 31 yards.
I swear, I think Hunter Henry had like 2 catches too.
Everybody on the squad had 2. That's why I said he's a game manager. He's like, nobody getting the ball more than anybody else. I'm gonna make sure of it.
That's not impressive.
But he got what you mean? He made his name in New England. See, that's how he stayed in the league, because what he did for y'all originally.
He got a ring on his resume. That's probably
Jacoby
he had a ring.
You don't remember when Jacoby started for y'all for a little bit? I think when somebody was
hurt. What, he was 2-0. He 2-0 for us. Thank you. We was gonna win a Super Bowl that year anyway. Sorry. Well, I think that was the year Tom was suspended that year, couple games, 4 games.
Yeah.
What was that? The Deflategate shit?
The Deflategate started. Yeah. But it's all good, baby. Want to know, baby? We coming.
Yeah. Still hating on your QB.
Right. That's what I'm being real.
Who's hating? I wanted to go out there. I wanted to go out there and do great. But I just don't think he did great. I just think it was mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes
no, it was definitely mediocre.
He didn't do bad.
He a game manager, man.
I can't just be 1,000 now. You want me to be like, oh, praising? Oh my God, he played amazing.
No, I'm not saying that. But like
greatest quarterback in the league. I'm not going to be like that.
He helped get the job done, though. He did his part.
I've seen a lot of handoffs. We could have done that. We could have hit Austin Hooper for a 2-yard little hitch right there. Go ahead, run, get you a little couple yards. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the game, you see a lot of highlights of the run. You didn't see no passing. But I watched the game too, though. But
yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't an impressive showing by no means.
I think he
got
threw
the
DeMario.
win.
He threw the DeMario. The win was great on the road too. We'll take it.
Y'all got the
in a
win.
Tough division,
and you got to think. You got to think about that too. They turned the ball over a couple times. Well, I mean, including the 4th down stops and shit. But one turnover from him could have gave y'all an L.
True.
Just one 3 and out. Just one 3 and out could have gave y'all an L.
To drive.
That's why even though his stats may not read great, you still got to get that motherfucker P's because one mistake.
What grade you give him? Great skill.
I mean
C+.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say. Yeah, I was about to say.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna give him that too.
See, I was about to say, but if you factor in the win, you kind of you kind of got to bump him up B-.
B-.
Mm-hmm.
With the stats he had.
Yeah, I'll give him a B- just because of the win.
C+ come in handy.
You gotta listen. CT, you ain't been in a Super Bowl since Brady, right? You played against us. You played against a squad who had almost won a Super Bowl against the Chiefs, and you got the dub.
Totally
and you got the dub after we've been saying the Patriots are on a free fall. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll tell you, the defense is going to be great. As long as we can stop them as long as we can put up a few points, we're going to be there.
I don't know that y'all going to be great, but y'all.
Defensively, yeah.
I don't know that y'all going to be great, but what I will say is y'all did impress defensively this past game. I thought it was going to be a lot worse without y'all having Matthew Judon.
Killed. I'm so mad we let him go.
I thought it would be a lot worse. I did. But I'm not just going to say y'all are going to be great defensively yet.
Right.
Like everybody always says, even the old head analysts, you don't judge the season off of week 1 of football.
And
but that's a good start.
Pause right there, Glenn, what you just said. Pause right there. That goes back to what I was just trying to say 15, 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I acknowledge what my team did and the shit that I didn't like, but I also realize it's week 1 football, and I'm not going to judge,
No.
But we've seen this movie with the Eagles. Y'all had the same pieces, the same core. Y'all added so many pieces, and y'all just don't look dominant to me. Like, not dominant at all.
But here's the thing, because here's the same thing. Here's the thing that was CT Cliff. And Cliff always says it. When you add a lot of pieces, that's not always a good thing. Like, play together, try to leverage each other. That don't just mean you're gonna win, bro. Okay, look in basketball. Look how many all-star teams we didn't see put together and didn't do shit. It looked good on paper. Don't mean it's gonna work out.
You can almost damn near bet against the whatever dream team gets put together, and you would have a decent payout at the end of the year, if not break even. But to that point, though, I do agree. That's what I was about to say. Like, this is a new dynamic that the Eagles have. They've never had a running back. Like, DeAndre Swift is not a Saquon Barkley.
Like Saquon.
So now that you have this nigga had 3 total touchdowns. He had 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Now that you have a running back that's able to be that versatile, you have to start drawing up new plays. You have to start trying new things because that wasn't in your bag last year.
Right.
So it is going to take them time to get clicking. It's not going to be like last year where they had no 8-0 season before they take their first loss. That's not going to be the case. But it is going to take them till probably week 6, week 7 before you see them clicking like, ooh, that's the Eagles we thought we was going to see.
Niggas is always up here, bro. God damn, go home.
Now the question then becomes, and Monk, you wasn't on for this, organizationally, do they find a way to fuck it up?
Oh, because I told you, and again, not to be biased, but once again, we have one of the best, we've had him for a long time, one of the best GMs in the league. What's his name? Fuck, I know his name usually.
I know you're talking about?
Rosie.
I know you're talking about.
Rosie Howman.
I don't know the name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that doesn't mean nothing because y'all have had him the past couple years.
But look, okay, but I'm just saying. But look what he's done, right? He's either done NFC championships, or Super Bowl, or playoffs.
Great resume. But granted, the purchasing power, all the pieces that you add prior to the season beginning and the Kevin Byards throughout the season, that's what you call purchasing a championship. You're trying to purchase one. You're trying to get all of the best players that you can on your squad to cement a way to the championship. And the fact that you haven't got one yet is the reason because everybody snags y'all's coaches. You have a new OC in DC every year.
Well, see, and that's what I told. That's part of the issues of being a great organization. They still, obviously players and like we've lost players.
And that's what I'm getting at is you can attempt to purchase a championship all you want, but if your organization isn't clicking as well, they find a way to fuck it up. Y'all had a shot last year. But play calling, all that dumb shit, fucked up your opportunities. But y'all still had the same shot last year that you did the year before when y'all was in the championship.
Facts.
And that's why I say I'm waiting to see how this offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator do, because those are two positions that I don't feel like you can replace at one time. You need to keep one or the other. You know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of both at once.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because then you're starting over on both sides.
Right.
At least use one of the sides to stay strong, but
yeah,
So we'll see again, and I guarantee you it plays out the same as last season. I don't know about who wins, but you're gonna see the Eagles making moves all the way up to trade deadline.
Oh yeah, we always do.
And again, to your point, it doesn't always help. Just adding new pieces doesn't always help. I don't care how big the name is or how good they play. You're throwing them into a new system that y'all aren't even familiar with. Because it's new to y'all. Nobody can help that new player because they're still learning it themselves. So, I mean, we're going to see how it plays out. But again, I do think that you're two in the NFC. I think it's 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys.
Who the Niners just played the other night? Was it the Jets?
Yeah.
That's right. They had a dominant win against them.
Mm-hmm. And Christian McCaffrey sat out. And what was the rookie?
Mason.
Did his thing. Did his fucking thing.
But I mean, not to take away from him because he definitely did. I mean, they also didn't game plan his skill.
No,
and ability.
you can't. You can't.
You know what I mean?
That's brand new. You can't do nothing like that. And I'm sure that the linebacker coaches is like showing college film to give them tendency tips, but outside of tendencies, you don't know what this team's about to mold him into.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good year. I feel like I feel like a lot of Texas.
Nah, it better be a good year for y'all.
Impressive.
It definitely.
No, I mean for a lot of teams. I don't even mean for us. I mean for a lot of teams. Like I told you, like I'm still inspired by the Texans. Like
yeah, Texans is gonna be something, but we all saw that coming.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that C.J. Stroud was gonna be as big of a steal as he was. We knew he was gonna be good, but I didn't even know he was gonna be this good.
Okay.
That's a fact. So yeah, the Texans is definitely on the come
up. Surprised by Minnesota though.
Minnesota. I definitely left that game off of my bet slip.
I had that on there.
Nah, I left that off. I left that off. I already knew it was up.
Giants might have one of them games.
Poor Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's trash, man. I don't know what they thinking.
Poor Daniel Jones. I mean, he got paid, so I guess I can't say poor Daniel Jones.
There was like a stat. I think he said something like he ain't done something since he got paid.
They always trying to keep stats from winning. These ain't nobody bigger pocket watchers than these fucking NFL analysts. Like y'all always got some stats from the date when the nigga got paid. Why?
Right. Yeah, they do. Don't they do be pocket watching now.
Fucking pocket watchers. Y'all cashing the checks. Fuck you need a pocket watch for? We know what he got paid. You paid him. Stupid bitch, you paid him.
They try to make sure his games stay on point.
Mm-hmm.
It was the media though. It was like he ain't won something
since the day that this nigga cashed in his signing bonus. He's been to 15 clubs and on game nights. He's been the worst quarterback in the league. Right, like to get hop off my nigga's dick. Shit, that shit is crazy. Mm-hmm. But I don't got nothing else. What y'all got?
Man, Colorado football team is trash. Michigan football team is trash. It's gonna be a long year for college football squad. Like they winning it all. Texas looking nice. Yeah, they looking real nice. I don't know, Drew. You can't sleep on Georgia though. Georgia's always, gonna be Georgia.
Yeah, I really don't care
for Texas looking like they winning it all.
Yeah,
I mean they look good.
Natty.
Georgia though.
And it's 12. I think it's 12-team playoff this year.
Yep.
They increased it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Florida State already out. Florida State sucks.
I did hear that.
Who they lost to Boston College?
And Georgia Tech.
And to?
Yeah, they lost their first two.
Oh, were they in? They were the team that played last Thursday?
They played Saturday. The first week, I think they did play Thursday.
Yeah, if they got two teams and they had to have played Thursday because this Saturday was the first official.
Yeah. You see, I was at that ASU game. Rep from ASU.
Yeah, wait, hold up. I'm not tripping.
State last week, yeah. They might be getting ranked.
Who might be getting ranked?
Arizona State.
Here this nigga go with his fucking desert teams.
Arizona State.
You
and your desert teams, man.
Hey, they smacked Wyoming in the game I went to. Then they beat the SEC team, Mississippi State last week.
Mississippi State, I used to fuck with them.
Yeah, where Dak went.
I used to fuck with him before that.
Mm-hmm. I liked Dak when he was there. He became a Cowboy.
But yeah, I can't remember who was there.
R.P. Rich Homie Quan. I don't know if he said that.
Oh yeah, R.P. And my man that played voice Mufasa, Greg Earl Jones.
But he old.
I mean, yeah, but it's still a legend.
I'm not saying that he don't deserve like a RIP or nothing like that. I'm just saying like it's more.
I don't care if you old or young. If you a legend, I'm shouting you out.
I mean, it's just more. It's wilder when you a kid for real.
Right? Yeah, no, for sure. But everybody got a time. We just don't know what it is.
Listen.
You don't want
to. But no, you already do pick'ems. Y'all didn't do no pick'ems or no.
No, we didn't do them yet.
Because you asked about anything else, I didn't know if you had already done them.
Yeah, no, we ain't do them yet. We about to get into.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing else crazy. They said they're gonna start Justin Fields again and monitor Russ. Russ about to blow his. Russ might have had his last chance before I thought he did. If that makes sense.
I don't want that.
Justin gonna have a bad game. They gonna have to pull him back in there.
I really do hope so, and not at the downfall of this young man, because I want him to still be on the market.
Yeah. Who, Justin?
Yes, I don't y'all gave him away for 1.5. Let him still be on the market next year. Why do we have to start showing his greatness before? Let's keep him marketable. Can we acquire him possibly? Type shit.
Oh, you wanted Justin Fields?
Yeah, man. I wanted him before we went for Gardner.
Hello.
He's gonna win you some games.
Yeah, I wanted him before we went for Gardner.
But I still don't think he's a good fit. Y'all need a good stand in the pocket quarterback that's gonna focus on getting that ball out. Game management.
I don't think so.
I think him and Devontae have a good chemistry too.
I think when you play for organization like the Raiders, like we named them, the Browns, the Jets, all them, you need a wild card. You need somebody that has a little passing ability and he's not afraid to run, or I'm a wild card.
Yeah, but look where the wild card's been getting some of them teams.
But you talking about a pocket passing quarterback? Look at Derek Carr. Look at Aiden O'Connell. Them is motherfuckers that won't leave the pocket and they don't succeed there. You need somebody that's willing to move, because we're not gonna put enough into protecting you.
Right, that's definitely. I've been telling you.
We always draft linemen, but you're getting them out the draft, so you don't know how good they'll be when they actually get there. And now we're here, and Gardner had 4 sacks, 32 hurries. And remember, Garoppolo had 0 sacks, 0 hurries for his first 4-5 weeks of the season when he started.
Yeah. Right.
And we arguably have a better offensive line now. So it's every year shit's going to change. That's why if you're going to play for an organization that's not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not, for lack of a better word, organized. You need somebody that's going to make something out of nothing. You can't use somebody that's just fitting a position because this position's different from the quarterback position you played before. This is going to be a problem.
Right.
That's why I thought Justin would be perfect. That's also why who worked out with the Raiders but didn't work out anywhere else? Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor was a quarterback in the NFL for exactly 6 weeks. And then the Raiders let him go, and the Browns picked him up as a wide receiver.
Yeah, but that happened to your boy Braxton Miller, though, too.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, that's a wild card.
Right.
That's somebody that nobody would expect to really be an elite NFL quarterback, but he's getting you touchdown passes and everything. Because you need a wild card if you're going to be in silver and black, because they're wild cards. You don't know what to expect from them.
That is true.
You can't go with the traditional method because you're not a traditional organization. But, yeah, let's get into these pick'ems, man. I did have, 2 of my bets that I put out. I was 50%. I said Joe Burrow threw for 200 plus. He only had 160 something. Then I said Josh Jacobs for 75 plus rushing. He had 86. I had Brock Bowers 75 plus receiving. He had 58. And then Saquon Barkley, I had 1 rushing touchdown. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in the receiving. So I was 50%, but there's really no reason why those 2 that didn't hit. Joe Burrow's 21 for what, like 28, 29 passing? Come on now. That just means you didn't pass enough. Why does Jamar only have 6 receptions? He's 6 for 6 for receptions for 62 yards. You said what?
Gonzalez over there knocking shit
down. Test that boy. Test that nigga all night. Test that nigga. And then Brock, they just really stopped throwing to him unless he got banged up, and I didn't see it. But they really just stopped Brock Bowers.
I think I seen him get like a pass.
He had 58. He had like 4 receptions, 58 yards.
Saying him.
3 receptions, 58 yards. No, he is him. Y'all gonna see it.
They thought the same thing about CT's tight ends with Hunter Henry when they picked him up.
Brock Bowers is 6'4", 240 something, and run faster than Christian McCaffrey.
That's fine. He gonna get hit by what's my boy for the and wait till Fred Warner and them guys hit him. Come on, Flip.
But I mean, it don't matter. Christian's been hit by the best of them too, and he sits out for a couple weeks and comes back, just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
But when you got a nigga that big and he played running back in high school, come on now. This nigga's he's gonna be all right. He broke all the tight end records in Georgia, and I'm going as far to say that he's going to probably break them in the NFL too. It just won't be for the Raiders.
He ain't going to pass up Travis Kelce and them dudes, man.
He going to probably break them as well. No, there's going to be a lot of records that Travis is going to hold, but there's a lot of them that I can see him breaking. I don't see any other wide receiver, any other tight end getting his yak production of his career, assuming he doesn't get injured. That was his biggest gift in college, his yards after catch.
You taking my boy Gronk stats.
Yeah, I definitely... Gronk is just a beast. But I think that this nigga is a little more skilled as far as like running goes. So I think that's why I said, assuming that we don't see any injuries from him. Like you can tell from just looking at his college tape, like he has more sauce than the average tight end.
Well, I'm still leaning on, if we're going with that department, I'm going with Kyle Pitts still. I think about that man.
Well, Kyle Pitts, I agree with you there, but I also feel like he's an in-betweener. I mean, you could say the same. You can say the same about Brock, though. But Kyle Pitts is definitely an in-betweener, just like Evan Ingram is an in-betweener. You can play either position just as well. They just choose to put you here because you're a little bigger than all the other wide receivers.
Right.
So you might be right. But it also depends on how we see Kirk getting Kyle Pitts the ball. And he wasn't doing much of that last week.
Well, they do got Bijan, Olave.
Right.
Who's the other touchdown?
Not Olave. Do they got Olave?
Oh, that's the Saints. I'm tripping. Yeah. They got Pitts, and they've got Rob Bijan at running back.
They got Pitts, Drake London. Drake London from Notre Dame.
I always get him and Olave mixed up for some reason.
Because they light skin with frozen hair.
They look right. Y'all don't really believe in Kirk. You know how I feel about Kirk.
I like Kirk, but I don't.
That's really who y'all need. that's really who y'all need. If I'm being, I mean, not long term because he's not. But I'm saying like if you even want to even try to win now, like he
would be a good quarterback to get the ball to get the wide receivers the ball, but I don't think he's mobile enough for everything that he's gonna have to put up with the Raiders.
Right, especially with that offensive line.
And we know that Kurt, he'll play hurt. My biggest concern if he was in silver and black is how long have you been hurt? You know what I'm saying? Because we know you're going to take some hits being behind our offensive line. How long have you been playing with that? How long have you not told anybody that you needed? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to help us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's like Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the same way. I would love to have him in silver and black, but it's like, my nigga, how long have you had a banged up elbow and not said anything to anybody?
Right.
And just been playing on it. And I respect that, but from an organization, it's like we need to know these things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Need to be in the know.
And I don't think the Raiders are responsible enough to be checking in like that. You know what I'm saying? I think they like, if you want to play them. Nah, fuck that. If that's your guy, rest him.
Don't play him.
Protect him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that.
You know how them Raiders get down.
I mean, I like it. That would be the only team I'd ever want to play for.
What, the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'd be the only team I'd ever really want to play for.
I ain't won since '84. That's wild. Now that's wild.
I want to crawl up out the mud. I don't never want to ride nobody's motherfucking coattail.
Yeah. Well, go to the Browns. And if that's the case, go to the Browns.
The Browns don't have the same culture.
Well, they call it the dog pound.
Raiders is the type of squad that they like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's a penalty. If it's a good hit, we'll pay your fine. That's who I'm.
Yeah, I think they got.
That's who I'm. I think
they got away from. But see, that's why you like and love them. That's one of the reasons, and I respect it. But I think that because I mean, they kind of had to. I think they gotten away from that culture though.
Right, because they got punished for that.
Right.
Rules and it's okay to do that. I'm sure there's a lot of teams that feel that way. You just don't say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made your own shit hot. You did that to yourself. You didn't have to do that. You could have just continued to pay them for good hits, good plays, and not said nothing to nobody publicly.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But again, you're irresponsible. You're an irresponsible organization, so you think shit like that is cool to say and do, and it's not.
Right.
But, yeah. I mean, they got me, so shit. But I mean, I think that says a lot about my personality as well. I mean, I'm
a masochist.
I'm very I'm very responsibly irresponsible.
Right, I am same way. I'm damn near right.
That's I mean, let's keep it a buck. That's my genetic makeup.
Mimo tried to say that the other day. That's what she's basically trying to say the other day.
That's my genetic makeup, is that it's hard for me not to be, but I'll be good at being responsibly irresponsible. So, I mean, the squad matches. I just need them because it's like, nigga, y'all get paid, right? Y'all paying, right? Y'all got to pay these motherfuckers, and you need your money in return, right? Right. So get a little bit more responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you're getting your return. And they don't seem to be doing that. Not that I'm outgrowing them or anything, but
it's just there ain't a whole lot changing.
Right. It's like, damn. We threw 2 different owners and it's still the same shit. You said what, CT?
So yeah, y'all shitty car look nice.
Nah, I don't really give a fuck about that. We knew that was gonna happen. I said that was gonna happen in the NFC.
Oh, Carr. Yeah, I was telling Cliff that.
Yeah, that don't bother me. I figured that was gonna happen. That don't mean that he's ever gonna be good enough to get him over the hump. Mark, I like your girlfriend's kinky twist. Your girlfriend's kinky twist.
Kinky twist.
Yeah, in the camera.
I ain't even about it. I can't even see what you see right now. I'm in a whole different room right now. Kinky twist. I'm weak. Let me see. Oh, snap. Hold up. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, he's stupid. Stupid. I was like, what is he looking? I was like, what could he be looking at? I'm done for.
I like him. I like her kinky twist. That was nice.
Listen, she don't get no kinks out of me. It don't even listen, you know me. What you just described it. I'm the most responsible.
Listen.
You know, I do what I need, not what they want me to do.
Let me stop. Let's get into these pick'ems.
These pick'ems? All right. Talk to me.
How we feeling about the Bills Dolphins?
So that one I'm torn on.
I am too.
I think I'm gonna do a ticket.
I got Miami.
I think I'm gonna do a ticket with both. CT said Miami 13. I think I'm gonna do a ticket with both.
I was leaning towards the Dolphins, but I'm really not sure.
Right. Where's the game at, Cliff? Where's the game at, Cliff?
Oh, it's in Miami.
All right, so I'm gonna go Miami by 3.
And I lied to you. You asked me the other day who I bet on the Miami Jags games. I did put it on Miami. That was the only one I got right. I had Miami 3 and got the spread.
I'm telling you, y'all better mess with your boy this week I'm trying to come up this week on a ticket for real. Like, no games played. So we can use this as pick'ems and parlays for real, whatever we want to try to do.
I am really torn on this one, man. I lean Miami, but a piece of me says Buffalo.
Cause I don't know why I thought the Cardinals was going to beat them. We know that they lost by 6. Speaking of that, y'all see how Kyler Murray missed Marvin Harrison Jr. on the potential game-winning touchdown?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't even watch that game. I saw pieces of it.
Yeah, I sent y'all the clip on Instagram. They showed it. He was wide open. Like, it was crazy.
I didn't even watch that game. I was one of them I was flipping through and would watch that when the other one was off type shit.
Right.
But I wasn't watching that game like that.
Not proactively, yeah.
I really don't know, man.
I mean, that's a tough pick, man.
I said it to CT. I gotta stop picking with my heart and start picking with my head.
And that's what I've been trying to be on. I'm telling you.
I can think I'm gonna go Bills 3.
But yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna do a ticket.
I'm gonna go Bills 6.
I'm gonna do a ticket with one of each.
I'm gonna go Bills 6.
Yeah.
Just because both y'all picked Dolphins too. And I'm going back and forth. Let me pick against y'all. Seahawks, Pats.
I'm going to say that's going to be tough because y'all just beat the Bengals. Seahawks ain't no hoes, though. Boy, Geno Smith. By the way, Geno Smith is cousins with that wide receiver y'all have that James says is going to be the best wide receiver ever type deal.
That we have.
The Buckeyes. Yeah, the Buckeyes. Remember I told you that wide receiver that James kept making the assumptions about? Remember we was talking about that last week? I said James made a statement and said that Jeremiah Smith from the Buckeyes. Turns out him and Geno Smith are cousins.
I don't know if that affects.
No, it doesn't, but he's nice though. I've seen his highlights. He's different. But back to what we were talking about, I mean, I don't know, CT. Y'all beat the Bengals. I think that was a fluke. Where's the game at?
That's in New England. Foxborough, baby.
Yeah, I think y'all get y'all's first loss, CT, but I think it's going to be a 6-point game.
I was leading Seattle too.
Just because I don't know. I honestly just don't know what Cincinnati's on. It might even be the coaching. You know what I mean? Like they're not. They look terrible. They lost Joe Mixon, but so I called before. I said, what did I say? I said Seattle by how much? I said
Seahawks about 6.
Yeah.
I'm going 3.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know, but I can see TT's. I might be another game where I pick both sides, bro.
Upset,
yeah. Upset alert. What we got? Pat's what?
Week by week, baby. What we doing? Pat about a 6 piece.
Pat 6.
Hey, Hermit crabs. Okay.
Keep coming. We gotta put Vino in the box.
Fuck that. Browns, Jags.
Oh, Jacksonville all day. And Jacksonville's gonna win by at least 10.
And they in Jacksonville.
They're just a better team regardless, I think. I don't care where they play.
I don't know. I think Cleveland's the better team, but again, shit organization, man.
Well, I don't know. Deshaun Watson ain't been Deshaun for a while, let's be honest. Ever since he had that break from Houston, you know what I'm saying, that time off and then tried to come back, Deshaun really ain't been him.
Because he ain't really in the same spot. He's not in the same spot. We've had that conversation before. There's a difference because we've seen the Texans in the past with David Carr make it close. That's in an organization that at least knows what I need to do to give us the best opportunity. And right now you're seeing that with CJ Stroud. The Browns have never, before you joined on, I said, name the best Browns quarterback.
Your boy from Ohio State.
Who?
What was his name?
No, you ain't talking about Hoyne.
Krenzel. What was his name? Krenzel or something?
That might be before me.
Yeah, he played for the Browns. But no, yeah, I mean
there is none. You're not gonna find only recently, Baker. If you ask somebody name the best Browns running back, they would say Nick Chubb.
Well, I don't know. Who's that one a couple of years ago that was on the cover of Madden, I think.
You talking about the white
Peyton
boy.
Hillis. Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
Peyton Hillis.
He's not the best Browns running back.
I mean,
he's not the best Browns running back. Before Nick Chubb, it would be the nigga that got ran out of Cleveland because, again, we talked about it this show, fumbled on the 1 yard line. I can't think of his name, in the Super Bowl. And then he ended up going to Pittsburgh and winning one. This was back in the day, though. No, this is long before him. This was like in 89, 88.
Bro, I wouldn't even know. So I wouldn't even thought of.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to go back that far when you think about the best Browns anything.
Yeah.
And again, that comes down to organization, decisions.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't think that I do think that Deshaun is facing a major drop-off for sure, but I think that that's coming from the organization that you chose to go with. Again, you might have heard me say it earlier in the show when you hopped on. You go to the Browns for a payday, but nothing else. And that's exactly what Deshaun got, a payday. When everything else was looking bleak and dark in his life, he got a couple $100 M's. And he was like, I don't care where I gotta go. As long as it ain't prison, I'll take it.
Right.
He was like the first to get the 200 plus, and now it looks like everybody getting it.
Cause we talked about that on the show. That's the wrong guy to give it to. Why are you giving it to a guy that didn't even play a year prior, let alone was in legal trouble? Now the guys that are really shit are going to be like, oh, he's worth that? What you think I'm worth then, huh?
But like you said, what did the Browns ever really have? So you got to take your chance.
Yeah, that's still a bad look.
You already had everything. It looked like you had everything else.
But that also goes to show and proves my point why you can't just call a nigga trash, because again, almost doubled the rookie record. You was about to break the rookie record in like your 7th or 8th game in the league and got hurt. You had a chance to almost double that record and then was still going off to a point so much that he decided to sit out and actually held out the entire year and the team didn't let him go. When have you ever heard of that? Never. Never. You've never heard of that. So you can't just say my nigga's trash. Now he's in a spot where he's running for his life, trying to figure out what he's going to do. Even though he has weapons, that's the only spot you ain't beefed up. Where's the O-line at? Y'all done beefed up everywhere else, but no O-line. Y'all just like seeing this little fucking orange tape.
Was already good though.
They were decent. They weren't good. They were decent. But you get a guy like that. You put 240 M's in anything. Tell me you ain't protecting it. You buy a 240 M house. I bet that bitch is wrapped in plastic, surrounded by brick, bulletproof windows. You're protecting it. That's what you do when you pay that much money. So you can't just bring in a nigga like that you willing to pay 200 M's and be like, the line's good enough. Why? Because you like seeing his little taped up orange ankles running around everywhere.
Never. We paying every position. Like you. This team is.
You don't drop 200 M's on anything and not protect it at the end of the day.
Probably got the highest paid corner.
Right, but don't none of that shit protect your investment. I don't care about Amari. I don't care about your corners. I don't care about Myles Garrett. None of them help protect your investment. The only things that do is that offensive line.
I think they got one of the best lines in the league.
Can't have the best. This nigga can't throw a pass with 2 feet on the ground. Every pass he throws is off the run.
He will hold that thing, though. He's a holder.
He does. You're right. You are right about that. You are definitely right about that. That I will not argue.
What other game we got?
Oh, but Browns Jags. Did we give them? I'm going Jags 6.
Browns.
I thought I gave mine, but
you did.
Yeah, I'm definitely
you said Jags 10.
Oh, okay.
I like the Browns.
Browns
by 7.
7.
First win.
I mean, I can see it happening, but Jets Titans.
I'm going. Oh, Jets. Jets all day.
I'm definitely going Jets.
I'm going Jets by 14.
I'm going Jets 10.
Yeah, Jets by 10.
Jets 10. Raiders Ravens.
Oh yeah, Ravens by 21.
Oh shit.
Lamar Jackson's gonna go crazy on y'all, and Isaiah likes different. You talk about somebody with stars.
Isaiah do. But I have been talking about him. He was on my
fantasy
team last
year. But Lamar finna go crazy on y'all. You already know. You can try
him
to say
and Josh Downs, who's also at the start of going crazy this year for Indianapolis.
And Michael Pittman.
Downs playing? Did he play?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he played.
I don't think he did. I think what Paris dude was doing.
Let me see. He did not. You are right.
Where Jonathan Taylor been out?
He did not. Then who am I thinking of then?
He played.
It was somebody that was on my fantasy team because I know we ain't do it this year, but they still popping up on my shits. I can't think of who it was that I saw went off.
Got us a league created. We just ain't. They recreated the league. We just ain't. You know.
It was somebody though that I had last year. I'm trying to look it up while we talking, but I ain't about to get into it.
It was Jose Alvarado.
Jose Alvarado.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't even find it. Where the fuck? Oh well.
Raiders need a Dak Prescott.
Ravens, Raiders. I'm going Ravens.
Lamar's gonna have 4 tutties.
No, I'm going Ravens 13.
Close to my 21.
I think it ain't close to your 21.
Mm.
That's almost 10 points off of your 21.
Or it's almost 8. It is 8.
Where the fuck is it? I'm still looking. What you got? Who you got, CT?
Ravens by 17.
Ravens 17. We got Falcons, Eagles.
Yeah, you know my Eagles is gonna fly. Eagles fly. Where's the game at?
Philly.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna say we win by 10. I don't think Falcons gonna I don't know, but I don't know if they're really known for their defense. I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying. But offense, though, I mean, on our D line here, if we get some pushes and stuff, we should be all right against Bijan and them boys. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna go Philly 10.
Philly 10.
Philly 10 Easter.
This one's
especially with Saquon. Oh, I might have to up the score on him.
You ain't no certified lover boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Philly 10. I'm gonna go with what I, Yeah, Philly's 10.
Man, this is tough. Man.
I'm gonna go Eagles 7. Man.
It ain't ever CT. You say this every year. It ain't ever tough. You just you want to hate on the squad, so you say it's tough, but it's an easy pick. It's not nothing complicated.
Dirty Birds.
I ain't gonna lie. I was more worried about what y'all said last week with the Packers than I am with the Atlanta. Between the two, if I'm being honest, Miami and Philly. Oh yeah,
I think Atlanta gotta play better than they did last.
That's another thing, Cliff. We didn't talk about. Now it affects both sides, but that field, y'all, in Brazil, that soccer field that was mostly grass and very bad conditions, was not fun for anybody, including Jordan Love.
Yeah, man.
Back.
Slippery.
What'd you say, CT? What was your pick?
He said it was tough. Yeah, go ahead, CT? Go ahead and pick against my squad so we can win. Go ahead, CT. We in Philly too. McNeil gonna be there. Kevin Hart, Will Smith. Go ahead.
Little baby in the curve.
Lil Uzi don't watch football.
By 3.
Lil Uzi watch cheerleading competitions.
All right, I'm about to say you don't think he wanted the Philly. You don't think he wanted the
Kevin Hart.
I did say Kevin Hart. I said all the Philly. I said Kevin Hart, Will Smith. I said Lil Uzi.
Will Smith ain't gonna show his face.
What you mean, Cliff? He back active again. What you mean?
Yeah, now he the Philly Cup mascot.
No, that nigga certified in Philly. Hey, he probably he got more respect in Philly now, probably for that slap. But Philly already.
Ain't nobody respecting a nigga that smack. I was about to say smack a fiend from New Jack City, but I'm just saying he wasn't nobody to be smacked for anybody to respect.
Yeah, you can't get no credit for smacking him.
You almost look like a bozo for doing it.
Fact.
Like, I'm not about to go up there and smack somebody weaker than me. Like, you go up there and you smack somebody that nobody's expecting you to smack.
I don't know if anybody was expecting it that night.
Well, of course, because nobody, like, who would put hands on Chris Rock?
Chris Rock's brother, Tony.
And that's different. That's family. But ain't nobody expecting nobody to put hands on a... Let me stop.
And got Cliff riled up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that's... You're punching down. You're punching down. He's older than you. He's smaller than you. He's never been known as that guy. There was no reason to do that.
Yeah.
But who'd you say? I know it's hard, but who'd you say?
Still ain't picked.
Dirty Birds, about 3.
Ooh, shit. They doing the Dirty Bird in the end zone. You said by 3?
Yeah, London them guys. Ready.
They doing the Dirty Bird. Who was that? Jamal.
Kenyon Mitchell.
Jamal.
Robinson should be killing.
Who was the running back?
Hell no, not against our D-line. You crazy, boy.
Angie Robinson.
Yeah, they ain't going to be able to protect him or Kirk. Not against our D-line, bro. I'm telling you, our D-line heavy. I remember when I texted you, bro, like our D-line.
I mean, but you said that, but
heavy.
But Josh Jacobs gave y'all 86, and the other nigga, Wilson, Devontae Wilson, or whatever his name is, went 4 for 46.
Yeah, but that, once again, what did we just say about the field conditions on both sides, though?
I mean, I agree, but y'all gave up like 167 rushing yards total.
I don't know what NFL defense and on that. I don't know what NFL defense on that kind of turf probably wouldn't have done. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like even you could even say the Niners, bro. Like that shit was so bad.
I mean, I do agree with the soccer field, but
yeah, I want to see them play. That's why I'm not sweating it. I want to see us play on normal, normal means, normal turf, normal fields,
Yeah,
then see how Jalen Reed's are.
They had them boys playing on an ice skating rink.
Right, because you see Saquon, I think I texted CT, like Saquon fell down, like.
Nah, the wide receivers was the ones, they was falling left and right off their cuts.
Yeah, man, I think that was one of the picks too. I think one of the, I could be, no, I hate doing double coverage. I was gonna say, but yeah, for sure, like.
Yeah, that was a rough,
That was real backyard football for real, for being honest. That was true live backyard football that day.
Yeah, that was like niggas playing on the field in tennis shoes.
You hear me? So, like I said, no excuse because both teams went through it. But like I said, I want to see, now that we're back on U.S. soil and solid ground, so to speak.
All right.
Can we get back to the basics? But yeah. So, CT, you said 13? Okay. Cliff, what'd you say?
You said 13 or 3?
3.
That's what I thought. Falcons 3. Yeah. I said Eagles 7.
Okay.
We got 2 more and we'll wrap it. We got the Bucks Lions.
Where's the game at?
Bucks.
In Detroit.
I'm going Detroit by 7. That's going to be a good game, though.
10.
I'm going
Detroit
Bucks.
got a squad. David Montgomery, Jamar Gibbs, Bucks 7, Jamar Gibbs. And
then last one, we got Colts Packers.
Oh, you already know. It's going to be Colts. Colts by 3.
Colts.
I'm going Packers 13.
Believe in Willis?
Quarterback.
Right. You believe in Willis, Cliff? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, Jordan Love is going to be out for the foreseeable future. They didn't say the end of the season, but they said, until they know.
I did completely forget about Willis starting, and we just talked about that earlier.
You got it.
And
that'd be a different game. That'd be a different game.
Definitely ain't keeping that.
All right, it'd be a different game if Love was playing, obviously. But ain't looking too good. Looking too good.
I'm going Colts 17.
Really?
Yeah. I know you got Jair, but
he's gonna have a long day.
Yeah, I really don't trust Malik like that. I ain't trust Malik in Tennessee. I don't trust him in. Yeah, no. Who you got, CT?
I got. Well, I already said it, didn't I? No.
I didn't hear it if you did.
I don't think you said this one, too.
Colts, Packers.
Oh, y'all said the Colts by 10 here.
Colts, yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's it for them.
Easy with Willis.
Yeah, I don't trust him. That's why I gotta go 17. Yeah. Who we got hitting them?
Like I said, I got Colorado, Michigan football, Michigan football, and I thought I had one more, but I can't remember now.
Damn, you shooting out multiples, I see.
Yeah, had them ready. Bad football, bro. Shedeur ain't here. Draft stock falling drastically here in a minute. Shedeur is not him. He's getting exposed.
I'm going to give it to... What?
I was going to say it's not even his fault. I mean, your daddy's prime time, so they putting the whole team on prime time.
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm going to fold against these teams, bro.
Hey, that game was rocking.
It sure was.
I'm going to give it to... I'm gonna give it to the Raiders first and foremost, since we machine gunning this evening. Raiders gotta get it. The Miami Sheriff's Department gotta get it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
feel like I have one more too. And Jizzy from the block.
You always cheat, man.
You should have known that man was gonna put his house in his daddy's name. You should have did your homework, Jizzy.
His house in his daddy's name.
Mm-hmm. Mine's going.
You didn't hear that story? It might not even be true. My fault, CT. I'm gonna have to ask you again. It might not even be true, but it was. They were saying that Jizzy had renegotiated the terms of the divorce proceedings, and that would mean that she had, like, basically she could get his estate, and her lawyers found out that he had his estate in his father's name, so he didn't truly own it, so she couldn't put it down as an asset knowing he owned it. You know what I'm saying? He was just smart enough to put it in somebody else's name just for this scenario. So big up to the great TV12 again for this one.
He made his Fox debut.
First of all, bitch, you make more money than he do. Why do you need his estate? Why?
Yeah.
You got more bread than he does. You're just being vindictive at this point if you feel like I want the house and all that shit too. You was fine over in Brazil doing jiu-jitsu with your instructor. Get you
That's
a
how it
little
always goes.
Cabo over there. Fuck is you worried about my shit for? It's in my dad's name.
That always goes. They always want more.
But listen, that's life. So Jizzy, all y'all here. That's old news too. That's
right. You pulled a Mike Brown. Right. You pulled a Mike Brown. Shout out Mike Brown.
You asked for the reason. I had to pull one out of the.
He used to give it to that line. What's that lineman, Cliff? He used to. Was it something Brown? Remember for the Raiders? He'd always pick on him.
Yeah.
He played for CC a little bit.
Trent Brown.
My father.
Oh, he played for us too.
Yeah.
He used to always pick on. He got to hit the shower.
Yeah, every trip. That was Trent Brown.
Every trip.
He was to get back for the Welcome Home show.
It was his birthday yesterday, so happy
belated to my guy.
To my guy. Free. But no, it's gonna be a good week again, fellas. We gotta put some parlays together, off the show, lock in this week, So let's make some money this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on this week. Last week I wasn't really interested in putting too many bets in. I did put one in, but it was a shot.
I wish we can bet on kickers because they be.
I think that Canelo fight is this weekend too. Canelo and Edgar Berlanga. That's not nothing to bet on though, unless you betting on like what round it's gonna end in, and we know Canelo ain't knocked nobody out in like 3 years. So But Berlanga's also been knocked out in sparring with headgear on too. So if anybody's going out, I could see it being Berlanga. If I did have to give a round for anybody that did want to bet, I would throw out 10.
So over for now.
Yeah. If he gets knocked out, it would be 10-11. 10-11 or 12, of course, but you know what I mean. But I would say if I had to give a round, because that's the best, that's the only way you get the most money in boxing. Since you can't, there's no parlays you can do in boxing. You just pick.
Yeah.
I would do 10th round knockout by Canelo. I might have to put some money on that.
Right, that's what I said. We trying to tell you, man.
And I'll be watching that here this weekend if you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be by. You already know I'm gonna be by regardless.
Yeah, I like watching them Colorado games. I'll probably throw that on.
Yeah, we watched that last week.
That's the only things I'll be watching for real.
Yeah, me and Mark watched that.
He trying to say, hey, CT, Dylan Raiola from Nebraska trying to say he wear 15 because of Tim Tebow. Man, stop this, bro.
That dude do everything.
Right.
I mean, maybe a Christian.
He might not be wrong.
Yeah, Tim Tebow was what got everybody on him is his faith in God, and then the fact that
he's too young to know Tim Tebow.
That on the not necessarily. I mean that's not wrong, but I understand. Yeah,
dude got the Patty Mahomes frohawk and everything. You know
right, he used glasses. Remember, he put the glasses on.
And he Hispanic too, so he using that brush, the sponge that the niggas use to get his curls right.
Cut, same hairline. He trying to be just like me, but I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one to say Tim Tebow though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he lying.
He just trying to pick up on all of the Christian football fans that are like, yeah, I'm with him.
He trying to take on that
Christian players.
You'd be better off saying Patty Mahomes.
Now, if this nigga run his first,
better with that.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
If he get his first rushing touchdown and he drop down to one knee, then we know something.
That's not what he's doing.
And y'all niggas gonna have to eat y'all motherfucking words in the name of God. I'm sorry.
No. Right.
I'm sorry.
All right, Cliff. Look, all right. That's wrapping point.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Let me say my prayer real quick. Trying to strike me down. I'm in a church, brother.
Yeah, y'all eat y'all's words. You hear what I'm saying? Drop on both of them then, nigga. Drop on both of them. Ain't no whoa. Ain't no whoa with the big G-O.
All right.
Deezers.
You right. Whoa. You right, though. You right. Hey, who plays Thursday night? Who's the Thursday night game this week?
Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the game. Game's tomorrow. Okay.
That's gonna be a good one in Miami.
It is gonna be live, bro. It is gonna be live. Yeah. Well, yeah, may the best teams win this week.
Hopefully Tyreek don't get arrested before the game.
Fly Eagles fly till I flip a quarter and it falls on heads. You hoe ass nigga.
Go Pats go. We going for 2-0.
Y'all know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. Fuck the Pats and the Eagles. We out this
year.
Raiders 0-16.
We want to know.
Raiders.